Right, Lamai, last day we discussed, I think, up to question number 10 in MCQ paper. Am I correct, Lamai? Yes or no? Yes, okay. Then 11, Lamai. Let's do it, Lamai. Make it quick. Huh? Question number 11. Uh, can you see the screen? I'm sharing, yes, right? Okay. An increase in price of flour has caused the demand for cake to increase by 20%. So that this is about cross price elasticity of demand, because two different products here, the price of flour and demand for cakes. Okay, the Lamai. So it's two different products, Lamai. So and the cross price elasticity of demand between flour and cake is -4. What is the change in price of flour? Okay, the Lamai. Use the cross price elasticity of demand. Give me 1 minute, Lamai. I'll ask. Why Ramon is okay. Very good. Difficult to collect the students, Lamai. They are not coming to the classes. No, I know the final result, Lamai. So I like by post level, I ask you to come. I have experience, Lamai. Then end of the sorry, before the exam, like 1, 2 months, 3 months before the exam, you try to complete everything in 3 months, Lamai. 2 years syllabus, past papers, and everything in 2 months. Okay, the Lamai. Then get this also some psychological illness, especially depression, Lamai. Very common, Lamai, these days. New batch, 2025 5 batch. Right. Here, my cross price elasticity of demand given. You can use the Presti equation, cross price elasticity of demand. XCD, I'm talking about MCQ question number 11. XCD equals, XCD mean cross price elasticity of demand equals delta QD X percentage change in delta QDX divided by percentage change in PY. Okay, the Lamai. This is the Presti equation, Lamai. This is a Presti equation. Now, Lamai, XCD given -4 equals, put here product, the demand for cake. So here actually X mean cake, demand for cake. Here PY mean, Lamai, price of flour. Cross price elasticity of demand -4. And what's other part, Lamai? Uh, yes, cause demand for cake to decrease by 20%. So demand for cakes decreases by 20%, lamai. This one decreases by 20%. Okay, then you can calculate the percentage change in py, which means prices of flour. Delta y, percentage change in delta y. Cross multiply llama, O level mathematics. Minus 20 divided by minus 4 into, okay, the llama divided by minus 4 divided by minus 4. Percentage change in py equals lamai plus, sorry, minus over minus mean plus 5%. Okay, the lamai. This is a percentage change in prices of flour. But lamai, remember, there is no answer called 5%. Okay, the lamai, you need to choose the answer showing 5%. Okay, the lamai. Example, first answer. From 40 to 38 per kilogram. Second one, from 50 to 54. Then you can calculate percentage change. I'm talking about answer number 2. How to calculate percentage change, Sitma? Percentage change. Price increases from 50 to 54. How to calculate percentage change? Lamai? Anyone? Punara? What? Take the difference. How much the difference, Lamai? 4 divided by original price. Sachini. Original price is 50 into 100. This is a way of calculating percentage change. How much, Lamai? 128%. But here, percentage change in prices of flour should be 5%. Okay, the Lamai. Second answer shows the 8% change. So second one cannot be the answer, Lamai. Did you get the point? Third one. What about 40 to 38? Putta, first one cannot be the answer. Why? Here, there should be an increase in price, Lamai. First one says from 40 to 38 mean price falls. So, first one cannot be accepted. What is the answer, Putta? Third one, 40 to 42. Is it correct? You can calculate percentage change. 40 to 42. If price increases from 40 rupees to 42, how to calculate percentage change? Lamai? Take the difference 2 divided by original price 40 into 100. 5% in the Lamai. Answer is third one. Okay. If price increases from 40 to 42 Lamai, percentage change should be 5%. So third answer can be accepted. Any different answer, Punara? No. Remoni? Ayatmi? Is it correct? Sachini?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, good. Then Lamai, question number 11. 12, sorry, 12. But that 12 is a good question, right? Has anyone answered before? I saw Punara had answered. What is the answer for 12th one? Punara, your answer?
Fourth.
Fourth one. Small mistake, Lamai. Other? Sitma? Hey, lamai kata karanne නැත්තේ? Sitma? No. Okay. Sorry. Right. Give a try, Lamai, to complete 12th one. I'll give you 2 minutes. Punara, fourth one is wrong. Hurry up, Lamai. Sitma, what is the answer, Puta? Sachini? Punara? No idea. Yeah. What is the answer, Puta? For 12th one?
Number one.
Number one. Okay. Any different answer? Sitma? Punara? Second one. Okay. No, Puta, you are no. Sometimes, yeah, I can hear you, but okay. Third one, okay. Any different answer? Punara? Third one, okay. Okay, we'll see. But this is ad valorem tax, not unit tax. Okay, the lama. In your syllabus, Puta, ad valorem tax is not discussed in detail. no calculation, but you should remember the difference between these two taxes. Okay, the lamai. This is ad valorem tax. This is ad valorem tax. So price, quantity, 0. This is original equilibrium. P1, sorry, demand curve and supply curve. This is original equilibrium, lamai. Now what happens? P1, Q1. Now, lamai, question says, government imposes an ad valorem tax on the sales of good X. Puta, if ad valorem tax is imposed, remember your supply curve shift to the left side, but not parallel. Okay, the lamai, it shifts like this. S2. This is new equilibrium price. P2. This is actual price received by producer, P0. And this is the new equilibrium quantity. It decreases, equilibrium price increases. Okay. But the answer is fifth one. Not parallel. All answers saying parallel, am I wrong? Fifth one is the answer. The supply curve will rotate leftward. It's mean rotate mean like they use this word rotate to indicate this unparalleled shift. Okay, the lamai. Rotate leftward mean left side and minimum supply price. Oh my god. Sorry. The minimum supply price will sorry Punar, your answer is correct, Puta. Fourth one is the answer. Sorry. Fourth one is the answer, lamai. Because here though tax is imposed, minimum supply price doesn't change, lamai. Can you remember the calculating producer surplus after the tax? How did we calculate, lamai? Actual price received by producer, P0, this one, P0 minus minimum supply price. Okay, the lamai. I told you not to take new minimum price. Okay, the lamai. Normally we take the original minimum price. What does it mean, lamai? Though ad valorem, whatever, ad valorem or unit tax is imposed, minimum supply price or minimum expectation of supplier doesn't change, lamai. Did you get the point? Okay, right. So answer is fifth one. Sorry, Punarandi. Right, fifth one is the answer. Any different ideas or different arguments, lamai? Hurry up. 12th answer is fourth one. Fourth one. Fifth one is wrong. ඒ කියන්නේ tax එකක් දැම්ම කියලා ළමයි ad valorem or unit tax, remember minimum supply price doesn't change. Minimum supply price does not change. Fourth one. Okay ද ළමයි. ඔය parallel කියලා තියෙන answers ඔක්කොම වැරදි ළමයි. ඇයි ඒ? ad valorem tax එක parallel shift වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ෆස්ට් එක වැරදි එතකොට සෙකන්ඩ් එකත් වැරදි නේද ළමයි? ඔව්. ඒකෙත් parallel මොකක් කරන්නේද කියන්නේ. ආයි කියන්නේ parallel demand curve shifts. එහෙම නේද? Second one is totally wrong, lamai. The demand curve of a good will shift to inward. දුවම්මෝ එම වෙන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි. Supply curve එක තමයි tax එකකදී change වෙන්නේ ළමයි. Demand curve එක change වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Third එකත් වැරදිනේ ළමයි. The market price of good will increase by the full amount of tax. එහෙම වෙන්නේ නැහැ. බලන්න full amount එක increase වෙලා තියෙනවද කියලා ළමයි? වෙන්නේ නැහැ. වෙනවා. This can be ළමයි. This answer can be like it's not the 100% wrong. It has a sense. We can say yeah. 20%, 25%. We can say this answer is correct. I'm not going to explain how this answer is correct, Lamai. Okay. But it's not most appropriate one. Fourth one, supply curve will rotate leftward. That part is correct, Lamai. The while minimum supply price remained unchanged. Answer is fourth one. ඒකනේ දරුවෝ අපි අර සම්මිය මොකද්ද මේ ප්‍රොඩියුසර් සර්ප්ලස් එක කැල් කරද්දි ළමයි මම ඔයාලට කිව්වා මොකද්ද ඔරිජිනල් සප්ලයි මිනිමම් ප්‍රයිස් එක ගන්න. පස් එක ගන්න එපා. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක චේන්ජ් වෙන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි. Okay, the lamai. Answer is fourth one. Next one, the diagram below represents the market for tea where government sets a minimum price. Dead weight loss. Puta, can you leave this question because I didn't discuss this dead weight loss part. That's a last part of price control policies, lamai. I'll be doing that part on Saturday, sorry. Okay, so just leave the question number 13. Next one, 14th, which event would simultaneously cause increase both price and quantity sold of a normal good in the market, lamai? මොකක්ද answer එක lamai? Which event would simultaneously cause an increase in both price and equilibrium price and quantity? And remember, product is a normal product, lamai. What is the answer, lamai? If you have not done the paper, take some time, lamai, and do it correctly. Which event would simultaneously cause an yes, Daru? Yes. It's a good question. Minimum supply price unchanged. Okay. It's mean the what supply expects remain unchanged, Lama. The reason is cost of production. Can't you hear me?
No, sir.
Yeah. Cost of production has not increased. Huh?
Price.
Which price? No, minimum supply price means Daru. Minimum supply price means what producer expects minimum to sell this product. Okay, the lamai. So, example, look at the board. This is a minimum supply price after the tax. Sorry, this is a before tax lamai. This is the original minimum supply price. Assume original minimum supply price is 5 rupees. What does it mean, lamai? Producer expects minimum 5 rupees to supply products, lamai. Okay, now after the tax, this is the actual price received by producer, P0. Okay, lamai. Here we have already removed the tax part, lamai. Okay, the lamai. So here P0 mean assume lamai producer actually gets 15 rupees. Minimum supply price is 5 rupees, lamai. So because of unit tax, lamai, producer's minimum price doesn't change. Why? Minimum supply price changes due to change in production cost, lamai. Minimum producer minimum expectation changes, it will increase if cost of production increases, raw material cost, labor, wage, cost on, like we can say, power, like electricity may be poor. Okay, the my transportation cost, then supplier expects a higher price from the market. Minimum price increases. Here, minimum price does not increase, lamai, because cost of this production has not changed. Did you get the point, Sigma? That's the reason. Huh? Ad valorem in percentage tax. Yes. Did you get previous point? No, then that's why we deduct, we take the actual price received by producer. When calculating producer surplus, we take the actual price received by producer. This is the price paid by consumer. Assume consumer, the price paid by consumer is 20 rupees. Assume tax is 5 rupees. Then consumer is paying 20 rupees, but 5 rupees goes to the government. Then the net value received by producer is 15 rupees. Okay, the lamai. Then 15 mean no any relationship with tax. 15 mean the price received by producer after the tax. Did you get the point? Because when calculating producer surplus, we consider this part. This is the producer surplus part. Okay, the lamai. Here the minimum supply price doesn't change because cost of production has not changed, lamai. Right. Next one. 12, 13th, 14th, right? 14th. I got it. Okay. It's very difficult to explain, lamai. There are so many, someone can argue. Okay, but theory says, lama, your syllabus, in your syllabus, lama, that minimum supply change because of you. Yeah, it may be correct, lama. I need to teach what syllabus says, lama. Okay, the lama. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙතන ප්‍රොඩියුසර්ට ළමයි එයාගේ මිනිමම් ප්‍රයිස් එක එහෙම ඉන්ක්‍රීස් වෙන්නේ නැහැනේ පොඩ්ඩක් හිතන්න ළමයි. මොකද raw materials වල ප්‍රයිස් එක වැඩි වෙලා නැහැ. එයා වැඩිපුර wages විදියට ගෙවලා නැහැ workersලාට. ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිසිටිය මුකුත් චේන්ජ් වෙලා නැහැ. මේ ගවර්න්මන්ට් එකේ ඉෂුව එකක් නේ තියෙන්නේ ළමයි ඒක. ඉතින් ගවර්න්මන්ට් එක ටැක්ස් එකක් දානවා. එයා මේකේ ප්‍රයිස් එකට ඇඩ් කරනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඉතින් වැඩිපුර කස්ටමර්ගෙන් අරගෙන එයා ගවර්න්මන්ට් එකට පේ කරලා දානවා ළමයි. වැඩේ ඉවරනේ. මෙයා නිකන් අර මිඩල්මන් කෙනෙක් වගේනේ ළමයි. ඇඩ් කරා ප්‍රයිස් එකට. එයා ෂේප් එකේ කස්ටමර්ට දුන්නා. කස්ටමර්ගෙන් ටැක්ස් එක අරගෙන ගවර්න්මන්ට් එකට පේ කළා නිකන්. ඔකනේ කතාව. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? අර එතකොට එයාගේ මිනිමම් එක්ස්පෙක්ටේෂන් එක චේන්ජ් වෙන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි. එයා දන්නවා ටැක්ස් එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා. එයා ෂේප් එක කරන්නේ ප්‍රොඩක්ට් ප්‍රයිස් එකට මේක ඇඩ් කරනවා. කන්සියුමර්ගෙන් අරගෙන ඒක තියාගන්න නැතුව ගවර්න්මන්ට් එකට දෙනවා ළමයි. ඒක නිකන් අර මිඩල්මන්ගේ ෆන්ක්ෂන් එක තමයි එයා කරන්නේ. එතකොට එයාගේ එක්ස්පෙක්ටේෂන් එකට මුකුත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ ළමයි. මම කියන එක එයා පැත්තකින් අරගෙන තව කෙනෙකුට දෙනවා එච්චරයි. එයාගේ ඉතින් මිනිමම් එක්ස්පෙක්ටේෂන් එක චේන්ජ් කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. එයා කලබල වෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ ළමයි. මම කියන එක තේරෙනවද? යා පොඩ්ඩක් යාට රිදෙන්නේ කොස්ට් එක වැඩි වුණොත්. එයා කියන්නේ ළමයි අනේ මහත්තයෝ මේ ගාන නම් දෙන්න බෑ අමාරුයි මේ කොස්ට් එක වැඩි මේ ට්‍රාන්ස්පෝර්ට් කොස්ට් එකම මේ ගාන එහෙම කියන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ මිනිමම් ප්‍රයිස් එක චේන්ජ් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ ළමයි. මම කියන එක වට තේරෙනවද? මේක එහෙම නෑ. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? එයා කරන්නේ අර කන්සියුමර්ට අරක ඇඩ් කළා. පාඩුවේ කන්සියුමර්ගෙන් අරගෙන ළමයි. ෂේප් එකේ ගවර්න්මන්ට් එකට ඒ ටැක්ස් පාර්ට් එකේ එම්ම දීලා මෙයා කරබන් ඉන්නවා. පොඩි ඩිස්ඇඩ්වාන්ටේජ් එකක් තියෙනවා නැත්තේ නෑ. ඉතින් මේ අර ප්‍රයිස් එක ඉන්ක්‍රීස් වෙනවනේ ළමයි. එතකොට කොහොමත් ක්වන්ටිටි එක ඩික්‍රීස් වෙයි. ඒක නතර කරන්න බෑ. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? අර මිනිමම් එක්ස්පෙක්ටේෂන් එකට මුකුත් ඉෆෙක්ට් එකක් නෑ ළමයි. හරි නේද? Okay. Fifth, next one. 13th, 14th, sorry, yeah, 13th, 14th, ne? Right. What is the answer, lamai, for 14th? Question number 14th. What? First one. Removal of effective, we'll see, lamai. What about second one? Technological progress in the production of good. Put that technical progress mean supply curve shifts to right side. If supply curve shifts to right side, equilibrium quantity will increase, but equilibrium price will fall. Am I correct? So second one cannot be the answer. I'm talking about answer number 2. Answer 2 cannot be the answer because if there is a technological progress, supply curve of the product shifts to right side. You want me to explain, Lamai? The board? Answers one by one. Yan Lamai kian? No. Others? Hmm? No need to explain. Others, Lamai? Remoni? Okay, just look at the board, Lamai. Second answer says, Lamai, technological progress. Draw the original equilibrium, demand curve and supply curve. This is original equilibrium, price and P1 and Q1. Now what happens, Lamai? Technological progress. Technological progress, Lamai, means your supply increases, Lamai. Supply increases means supply curve shifts to the right side. Then you can see, Lamai, equilibrium quantity increases, but price falls. Question is asking the situation where both equilibrium price and quantity increase, Lamai. So second one cannot be the answer. Third one, imposition of a tax on good. You know, here supply curve shifts to left side, then equilibrium price increases, but quantity falls, Lamai. Third one cannot be the answer. Fourth one, grant in subsidy. No, same story, ne, Lamai. Subsidy එකක් දුන්නොත් supply curve එක shift වෙනවා right side වලට, equilibrium price එක decrease වෙනවා, quantity එක නම් increase වෙනවා. හැබැයි මේක අහන්නේ දෙකම. Fifth one, a decrease in price of substitute good. එතන පොඩ්ඩක් හිතන්න ඕන ළමයි. A decrease in price of substitute good. පුතා, does it affect demand or supply? සිත්ම? Demand නේද ළමයි? A decrease in price of substitute good. Now prices of substitute goods have decreased. Substitutes are very cheaper. It means ළමයි consumers will shift to purchasing substitutes, means lamai demand for our products will decrease, causing demand curve to shift to the left side, lamai. Then look at the effect on equilibrium, lamai. Equilibrium price fall, quantity also fall, lamai. But this question is talking about rise in both equilibrium price and quantity, so answer should be first one, lamai. Removal of an effective maximum price imposed on the good. Yeah, that's, you know, someone can argue, but first one is the most appropriate answer. I have shown you, Lamai, all other answers are not correct. They are wrong. Removal of effective maximum price. Maximum price, Lamai. Price, quantity, 0. Demand curve, supply curve, this is equilibrium. P1, Q1. Now what happens, Lamai? Government sets a maximum price above the effective maximum price, mean maximum price which is set by the government above the equilibrium. Sorry, below the equilibrium price, maximum price. Okay, the Lamai, assume this is P naught, this is maximum price. Assume Lamai, equilibrium price is 100 rupees for rice, then government sets a maximum price of 80 rupees. Okay, now you know the attack maximum price, Lamai, then everyone has to pay P naught price. Consumers can buy products at P naught price, mean much lower price, and quantity is Q naught. Assume Lamai that 1000 units. Then the removal of this maximum price. then government removes this maximum price. Now no maximum price anymore. Okay, the lamai. Soon after government removes this maximum price, lamai, equilibrium price comes to 100 rupees. Did you get the point, lamai? Soon after this legal price is removed by the government, then now no any legal requirement, lamai, then this price goes up to 100 rupees. Mean equilibrium price increases. It's good answer, lamai. Equilibrium price increases. What happens to equilibrium quantity? This Q0 quantity increases to Q1. Then both equilibrium price and quantity increase at same time if government removes the effective maximum price. It's a good question, Lamai. Good answer, actually. You get the point, Sachini? Any doubt, Puta? Have you ever learned these points? Yes? Have you ever learned these points? Yes. Videos ඇති පුතා බලන්න ගිහිල්ලා. Clearද? මොන හරි issue එකක් තිබ්බොත් කියන්න. කල් දාන්න එපා. ආයෙ time එකක් නෑ ඔක postpone. Right. Any different answer, Lamai? No, right? Shall we move on? Next one, 15th. That's simple question, Lamai. 15th. Second one. මේක තමයි ළමයි level එක. MCQ paper එක අමාරුයි දරු. තේරුණාද? ඒ කියන්නේ most appropriate එක නහන්න. එතකොට යාට හොඳට හදන්න පුළුවන් paper. second එක නම් මොනවා හරි කරන්න පුළුවන්. මාර knowledge එකක් තියෙනවා first එකට. එහෙම නිකන් අර එහෙම කරන්න බෑ. හරිද ළමයි? හොඳ idea එකක් තියෙන්න ඕන. ඔය ගොඩක් අය ළමයි MCQ paper එකේ තමයි marks අඩු වෙන්නේ. second එක කොහොම හරි manage කරනවා. ඇයි ළමයි 5 out of 10 ළමයි. එහෙනම් මොනවම හරි කරන්න පුළුවන් first එකට කරන්න බෑ. Right. 15th. Setting an effective price ceiling. Price ceiling. Price ceiling mean again maximum price. Lamai. Okay, the lamai. What happens with the consumer increase consumer surplus? No, lamai, because consumer has to pay higher price. Consumer surplus decreases, producer surplus in. Oh, sorry. Now consumer has to pay a lower price, which means consumer surplus increase, producer surplus decrease. What is the answer? Second one, increase in consumer surplus and decrease. Okay, the lamai. This is second one. Puta, someone can argue that, sir, in ceiling price, consumer surplus won't increase if consumer has to bear additional cost. Yeah, you can argue lamai. ඔය අපි කිව්වට මේකේ consumer surplus එක increase වෙනවා කියලා. දැන් මගේ example එකේ බලන්න. අපි කියනවා 100 තිබ්බ එක 80 වලට ගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. ඇත්තටම මොක වෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ ළමයි. black market එකක් එනවා. ඊට පස්සේ shortage of goods. ඔක හරි කරදරයි. ඒතකොට consumer ට additional cost එකක් යනවා ළමයි. ඒ cost එකත් අර බැලුවට පස්සේ ඇත්තටම consumer surplus එක increase වෙන්නේ නැහැ. හැබැයි අර theoretically අර අපිට දීලා තියෙන answers එක බැලුවට පස්සේ second එක okay. Someone can argue that, sir, consumer surplus won't increase after the maximum price. Yes, I agree, Lama. Yes. If consumer has some additional cost to find goods, search goods, then consumer surplus may not increase. Okay, but in this question, all other answers are yeah, second one is the most appropriate one, Lama. Right? Second one is the answer. Any doubt, Lama? Shall we move to second part? Shall we move on, Lamai? Puta, I'll discuss first question in second paper after completing second one and third one. Huh? Right, let's move to second one. Puta, you can mark your answer sheet yourself. Take a red pen. Puta, I don't have printed marking scheme, but I can explain you how marks are allocated and the everything in the marking scheme, but I don't have very, well standard printed one. Okay, right. Mm, it takes time, lah, as a reason to prepare a paper. Like takes, that is making. This is 15, but I made 50 MCQs, lah. It's very hard. It takes time. 50 MCQs and 10 say question. It takes time. So no time to make marking scheme. Standard one. Standard one mean like printed one. I mean PDF or something. Right. First one, how does an extension in demand differ from an increase in demand? Explain your answer with the appropriate diagram. Put that here, 2 marks given for extension in demand. Extension in demand mean, it is caused by reduction in price. I saw Punara had drawn uh, both extension and contraction diagrams. Am I correct, Laman? If I'm not mistaken. No need, Laman. Only one. One is enough. Don't waste time. Only extension part. Two graphs are needed. I think you had drawn 3 diagrams. Correct. No, no need, Laman. Answer is perfect, but it's, wasting time. Extension in demand. Then here, Lama, you need to explain extension in demand and curve. 1 mark given for explanation, 1 mark given for a graph. 2 marks for this extension in demand. And other one is, Lama, increase in demand. Here you need to explain what increase in demand is and the graph. Okay, the Lama, 4 marks given is very simple. I'll give you just, rough brief answer. Sigma's answer perfect. That's good answer. Ramoni's one, that also okay. No. Can't remember your markings. Right. Okay, look at the board, Lamai. Here you need to explain first one, Lamai, extension in demand. Extension mean expansion. Extension in demand. You can say extension in demand mean, increasing number of units that consumers are willing and able to buy due to decrease in price of the product. Right? So you can say it is caused by a decrease in price of concerned good. Price of concerned good. Then you can draw the curve, Lama. This is the demand curve. This is demand curve. Mark 1 point on the curve. Assume price is 10 and quantity 100, Lamai. Now, people are willing and able to buy 150 units. Then you can see the number of units that consumers are willing and able to buy increase. The reason is, Lamai, fall in price. This is called extension in demand, Lamai. Then this point A is moving to point B along the demand curve. Okay, the lamai. So remember extension in demand increasing from 100 to 150 is caused by fall in price. Here remember lamai, other factors affecting demand remain. Okay, the lamai. Here other factors affecting demand remain unchanged. Remain unchanged. That's enough for 2 marks, Lamai. Then you need to explain about increase in demand. Increase in demand. Remember, Lamai, increase in demand is caused by a change in other factors, Lamai. Other factors affecting. Okay, the llama. Here, price of the concerned good remain unchanged. Okay, and you can say here EX price of the concerned good remains unchanged. Okay, the llama. Then the graph. Here, llama, demand curve shifts to the right side. D1, D2. Demand curve shifts to the right side. Okay, the llama. Assume price is 10 rupees, quantity demand is 100 units. Now same price, lamai. Price has not changed, but consumers demand 200 units. It means lamai, this change, increase in demand might be caused by other factor, maybe income lamai, increase in income if it is a normal good. Remember the point? Okay, the lamai, or increase in consumer preference. We don't know what factor is, but not the price. I can certainly say that price is not the cause for this increase in demand lamai. Okay, this is called increase in demand. This is called extended demand. Any doubt? Here lamai, 2 marks are given for 2 graphs. 1 mark here, 1 mark here, and here explanation is given 1 mark. Here explanation is given 1 mark, then altogether 4 marks. Clear lamai? මොනවා හරි issue එකක් තියෙනවා නම් කියන්න. අර හැලි ලියන්න එපා ළමයි මං කියන එක තේරෙනවද? ඕනි ටික විතරයි. ඕකේ? ඉකෝන් වල එහෙම ලියන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි. පොයින්ට් එකට අපි පොයින්ට් එකට හරියටම ආන්සර් එක දෙන එච්චරයි. ඕකේද ළමයි? And remember to label axes properly ළමයි. Price axis, quantity axis. Your answer is perfect ළමයි. I check your answer. Any doubt? Sachini? Ayatmi? Oh, you have been silent today. What happened to you? That's why I told you to do the paper now. Right, okay. Ramon, you have. Oh, your answer is wrong. Put extension in demand and increase in demand. No. Now, did you get the point, Ramon? Yes, the Buddha. Okay. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot of the answer, Lamai. Right. Do we need more time, Lamai? Sachini? Shall we move on?
No.
Right. Next one. Prove that the price elasticity of P is equal to 1, P is 1 at all points on a straight line supply curve passing through the origin. Sigma, Punara and Remoni. You haven't answered third one, right? Second one, Ramoni, am I correct? Second question, second question, second part. First part, okay. Third part, I can say yes. Okay. No, right? No. Yes. Right. Uh, Punara's and Sipma's answer. 2 marks can be given because your explanation is not much clear, Lamai. Yeah, you have explained how to calculate PES, but reason has not been explained properly. Yeah, look at the board. They ask Lamai why PES value equals 1 at all points. Uh, the supply curve of unitary supply curve. Lamai, this is a reason. This answer for second part. Remember, whatever diagram you draw, okay, the Lamai. Labeling axis is compulsory, Lamai. Right? Price axis, here quantity supply now, 0. This supply curve starts from 0, starts at origin, supply curve. You can take two values, Lamai. Assume here QS is 10p, Lamai. Just imagine. Then QSC, here no intercept, Lamai, because it starting from origin. No intercept. Then 10 into assume price is 10. At price 10, quantity should be 100. Then at price 20, Lamai, quantity should be 200. Okay, the Lamai. Point A, point B. This is my supply equation, Lamai. Then you can say, Lamai, uh, the supply PS is calculated using, what is it, which equation, Lamai? PS equals delta QS over delta P into P over QS, Lamai. Okay, the Lamai. This is the equation for calculating PS point for, points A and B. Then you can show the workings, Lamai. I'm going to calculate PS value at point A, Lamai. Look at the board. PS equals equation, Lamai, delta QS over delta P into P over QS. Here delta QS over delta P mean final value is 10, Lamai, because slope is 10. Instead of this part, you can substitute. No. You can take the difference, Lamai. Here difference is 100. Here difference is 10. Then change in quantity supply 100 divided by change in price 10. Now I'm calculating price elasticity of supply at point A. At point A, price is 10. Quantity supply 100. Clear the Lamai. Then here 100, 100, then 10, 10 cancel off. Lamai. Then answer becomes 1. They ask why answer is 1 in unitary elasticity category. This is a reason, Lamai. Normally, PS equation contains two parts. Slope, this is first part. Other one is, Lamai, the ratio between price and quantity supplied at the point. Okay, the Lamai. At the point of the point that we calculate price elasticity of supply. Okay, the Lamai. Here, look at the board, Lamai. 100 over 10 into 10 over 100. ඕකේද ළමයි? මෙතන එන්නේ ළමයි අර මෙතන ස්ලෝප් එකේ රෙසිප්‍රොකල් එක ළමයි. ඕකේද ළමයි? Second part, it's mean ratio between price and quantity supply is the reciprocal of slope. That's why answer becomes 1. Look at second point, point B. PS equals delta QS over delta P into P over QS lamai. Then delta QS doesn't change, it's 100. Delta P 10 rupees. Now at point B, price is 20, quantity supply is 200. Someone might be thinking, sir, here is not the reciprocal because 110, here 20, 200. You can simplify lamai. Here 10, here 100 lamai. Divide by 2. Okay, the lamai. Then again, it's cancelled off. Then answer is 1. Sitma, did you get the point? Yes, the lamai. Punara? Yes. Then you should, yeah, you should say lamai in PS calculation or equation of calculating PS, 2 marks can be given. Your answer, this rose reason is not there. Am I correct? Other explanations are okay. Then how to make an answer lamai here? The simple answer is lamai in unitary elastic calculations P over QS, we can say ratio of price and quantity supplied calculation P over QS is mean ratio of P and QS is the reciprocal of slope of supply curve. Slope of supply. That's why answer becomes 1. මොනා රිෂුව එකක් තියෙනවද කියන්න ළමයි. Clear the ළමයි? Shall we move on? Okay ද ළමයි? ළමයිට මහන්සිද? කතා කරන්නෙත් නෑ. Achini? Ayatmi?
Okay.
Good. Next one. Next one. Assume that the Sri Lankan government has decided to impose an indirect tax of 165 on a packet of non-biodegradable polythene. Draw a diagram to illustrate the impact of imposing this indirect tax on biodegradable polythene. Put they are the economic impact. Okay, the lamai. What is a graph? Is very simple. You can draw the graph. Put here graph is given. Yeah, graph is given 2 marks. Yeah, graph is given 2 marks. And one economic impact is given half. Then here you need to mention 4 economic impacts of imposing this 165 unit tax on biodegradable polythene. Okay, right. මේක ක්ලියර් නේද ළමයි? ඒ කියන්නේ ස්ලෝප් එකේ අනිත් පැත්ත තමයි මෙතෙන්ට එන්නේ ළමයි. රෙසිප්‍රොකල්. දැන් මේකේ මේ 100 over 10 මෙතන තියෙන්නේ 10 over 100. එතකොට අර කැන්සල් ඔෆ් වෙනවනේ ළමයි. එතකොට ආන්සර් එක හැම වෙලාවකම 1. හැම එක ඒ කියන්නේ යුනිටරි කැටගරි එක ඕනම තැනක එහෙමයි ළමයි. ඕන මොන පොයින්ට් එක ගත්තත් එහෙම තමයි. ඒකයි ඒකේ ආන්සර් එක 1 වෙන්නේ. ඒක ලීනියර් ඉඳවත් starting from origin ඒ මොකක්වත් නෙමෙයි රීසන් එක. මේක තමයි රීසන්. හරිද? Right. Yeah. But I remember when drawing this graph, number one is this labeling axis is compulsory. It should be, perfect. This is a graph. Answer for third part. Biodegrade. To read it up. Price, quantity, 0. Demand curve. This is original supply curve. This is equilibrium price and quantity, original one. P1 and Q1. Now what happens, Lamai? Government imposes 165 rupees. Buddha, is it unit tax or ad valorem tax? Is it ad valorem or unit tax? Punara, Sachini? Unit tax. එකන පුතා අර 165 හරි 200 හරි ෆික්ස් රේට් එකක් දීලා තියෙනවා ඒක යුනිට් ටැක්ස් එකක්. පර්සන්ටේජ් එකක් දීලා තියෙනවා ඒක ඇඩ් වලෝරියම්. එහෙම තමයි සචිනී අපි බලන්නේ. ඕකේද ළමයි? දැන් මෙතන තියෙන්නේ 165 on every packet of biodegradable polythene. එතන මේක යුනිට් ටැක්ස් එකක් ළමයි. Okay? So supply curve shifts to left side by unit tax. By unit tax mean 165. Here's supply curve. Shifts to the left side. These two curves should be parallel, lamai. Don't make any single mistake, lamai. Right? Then show the new equilibrium price, P2. And lamai, remember to show actual price received by producer. This is a critical point, lamai. Many students forget this part. No. Right? This is the quantity. Equilibrium quantity falls, equilibrium price increases. Okay, the lamai. This graph can be given 2 marks, lamai. Then there are the economic impact, lamai. What are the economic impacts? No need to explain, just mention. Number one means, lamai, price of packet of polythene increases. Okay, the lamai, you can say equilibrium price or price of one polythene packet increase. Equilibrium price rises from, you can say P1 to P2. 1 mark, sorry, half mark given for one economic impact. Second one, lamai, equilibrium quantity falls from Q1, sorry, Q1 to Q0. These values are not compulsory, lamai. Okay, the lamai. What else, puta? What happens to, you can say something about consumer surplus and producer surplus. Consumer surplus, Sigma, will it increase or decrease after the tax? Tax එක දැම්මහම increase වෙනවද ළමයි? Decrease. ඇයි ළමයි consumer මේ දැන් P1 නෙමෙයි P2 ගෙවන්න ඕනේ. අය price එකක් ගෙවනවා කියන්නේ consumer surplus එක decrease වෙනවා ළමයි. Consumer surplus is likely to fall. Is likely to fall. හරිද? Producer surplus පුනාරා, what happens ළමයි? Producer surplus increase වෙනවද ළමයි? tax එකක් දැම්මහම මරු. කොහෙද තියෙන්නේ දන්නේ? decrease වෙනවදරු. ඒ ප්‍රොඩියුසර්ට හම්බ වෙන්නේ පොඩි ප්‍රයිස් එකක් නේ. දැන් මේක නෙමෙයි ප්‍රොඩියුසර්ට හම්බ වෙන්නේ. මේක හම්බ වෙන්නේ. කලින් P1 දැන් P0 මේ actual price received by producer has decreased ළමයි, causing producer surplus to decrease. Producer surplus is likely to fall. Uda, remember in taxes both consumer surplus and producer surplus, consumer surplus and producer surplus decrease, except few on one or two situations. These are exceptional points ළමයි. Okay the ළමයි. Then you can say government can earn tax income. මොකද ළමයි ඔයාට ඕනනම් කියන්න පුළුවන් ළමයි tax income of මේක නෙන්නේ tax income එක government එකේ P0 P2 AB ඔයාට ඕනනම් කියන්න. ඉතින් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. P0 P2 A and B. Last one is ළමයි loss in social welfare, or we can say economic surplus. Loss in economic surplus. And also finally we can say lamai the resource allocation is inefficient lamai, because here there is underproduction. Okay the lamai Q1 output has been decreased by the tax lamai up to Q0. This type of underproduction lamai. This resource allocation is inefficient. This is called deadweight loss. So occurrence of deadweight loss, I think I didn't express this part. I will do it. Okay, deadweight. You know how to calculate loss in economic surplus, but you don't know how to calculate deadweight loss. I'll explain. These are the economic impacts lamai. Okay the lamai. Any 4 economic impacts are given 2 marks. මොනවා issue එකක් තියෙනවා නම් කියන්න ළමයි. හරිද ළමයි? Okay. Shall we move on ළමයි? Are you okay? Do you need more time? I think Punara has and Sitma both have drawn the diagram properly, but no explanations, right? I mean, economic impact. Yes. Okay the lamai. Right, next one. Fourth one. The supply function of X and Y are given below. Product X and Y. Very simple question ne lamai. Plus question asking you to draw two supply curves for X and Y separated, 2 marks, so 1 mark given each. And explain the behavior of price elasticity of supply for product X and product Y when the price of good increases. 2 marks, then altogether 4 marks. What happens here lamai? There are 2 supply curves. ළමයි ඔය පේපර්ස් කරන්න කිව්වම ඒක අර මොකක්ද ඒකට කියන්නේ? ඔයාට අර ඒක හොඳට කරන්න ළමයි ටයිම් ඇලොකේට් කරලා. තේරුණාද? එතකොට තමයි ඔයාගේ මිස්ටේක්ස් ඔයාට බලන්න පුළුවන් ළමයි. නැත්තම් ඔයා හිතනවා අපි ඉලාස්ටිසිටි කරා ඕක නම් මොකක්ද? ටැක්ස් මොනවද? යුනිට් ටැක්ස් අපි කොච්චර කැල්කුලේෂන් කරාද? කොච්චර ක්වෙස්චන් කරාද? එහෙම හරියන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි. කොච්චර කරත් මට පේපර් එක දුන්නත් ළමයි මං තාම මිස්ටේක්ස් මටත් තියෙනවා. පර්ෆෙක්ට් නෑනේ ළමයි. ඔයාලට මිස්ටේක්ස් අඩු කරන්න ඕන නම් ළමයි පේපර්ස් කරන්න. තේරුණාද? ඔයාලා ඩිස්කරේජ් වෙන්න එපා ළමයි අයියෝ මට මොනවත් බෑ මට එපා වෙනවා මේ මං කොච්චර එහෙම හිතන්න එපා ළමයි. මේ මිස්ටේක්ස් ඔයා ටික ටික මේ ඔයා මිස්ටේක්ස් ඔයා රෙකග්නයිස් කරගන්නවා ළමයි. තේරුණාද? ඊට පස්සේ එක එක මිනිමයිස් කරන්න ටික 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 ටික. ඕක අර ටික කාලයක් කරනකොට ළමයි ඔයාටම තේරෙනවා මාර ප්‍රෝග්‍රස් එකක් තියෙනවා. දැන් මේක විසි කරලා දාලා නිකන් හිටියොත් මුකුත් වෙන්නේ නෑ ළමයි. තේරුණාද? පොඩ්ඩක් හැමදාම ටික ටික කරන්න ළමයි. ඕනම සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකක ඕන බිස්නස් එකක් කරත් එහෙම තමයි ළමයි. හරිද? එහෙම එකපාරම මේ ප්‍රොෆිට් ගන්න බෑ. ඔයාගේ ටාගට්ස් වලට යන්න බෑ. ටික 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 හැමදාම කරන්න ළමයි. with positive mindset. ඕක කන්ටිනියස්ලි ටයිම් ගොඩ කාලයක් යන්නේ. සාමාන්‍ය කාලයක් කරනකොට ළමයි ඔයාටම තේරෙනවා ඕනම ඒරියා එකක මාර ප්‍රෝග්‍රස් එකක් තියෙනවා. ඕන ෆීල්ඩ් එකකට එහෙම තමයි. අර පොඩ්ඩක් පේෂන්ට් කියන්නේ අපි ළමයි. be patient. එම රිසල්ට්ස් එක දවසින් දෙකෙන් එන්නේ නෑ ළමයි. තේරුණාද? අර මයින්ඩ්සෙට් එක පොඩ්ඩක් අපි හදා ගන්න ඕනේ ඉතින්. අපිට ඕන අර ඔක්කොම ගෙඩි පිටින් එකපාර එහෙම හම්බ වෙන්නේ නෑ ළමයි. තේරෙද? දැන් මම ගොඩක් ළමයිට කියනවා පේපර් ක්ලාස් එකට එන්නේ නැත්නම් තියරි එකටත් එන්න එපා. වැඩක් නෑ ඇවිල්ලා ළමයි. ඔයා තියරි ක්ලාස් එකට ආවා කියලා වැඩක් නෑ. ඔය රෙකෝඩින් එකක් බැලුවා කියලා. එහෙම හරියන්නේ නෑ ළමයි. ඔයාට එහෙම එන ඉතින්. ඔය ඕන තරම් ක්ලාසස් තියෙන ළමයි රෙකෝඩින්ග්ස් ගන්න පුළුවන් මම හිතන්නේ සිලබස් එකේම රෙකෝඩින්ග්ස් ටික අරගෙන බලන්න. එහෙනම් ඔක්කොම තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද කරන්න බෑ. මේවා වැරදිලා එහෙම තමයි ළමයි ඒක අර ඒ ලෙවල් එකට එන්න ඕනි. ඒකයි පේපර්ස් කරන්න කියන්නේ ළමයි. ඔයා හිතන් ඉන්න එපා මම පර්ෆෙක්ට් මම ඕක මොකක්ද එහෙම ඔය මෙන්ටැලිටි එක ආවොත් ඉවරයි ළමයි. ක්ලියර්ද? ඒතර ටයිම් ගන්න වැරදුනට කමක් නැහැ ළමයි. දැන් ඔයා මේ ලෙසන් එකෙන් පස්සේ මාර ඉෆෙක්ට් එකක් දාන්න ඕන money and banking and international trade. මම මේ දෙකම කරනවා ළමයි. ඉක්මනට කරනවා ඒ දෙකම ඉතුරු ලෙසන්ස් වලට කලින්. ඒකට සිග්නිෆිකන්ට් ටයිම් එකක් දාන්න ඕනේ. ඒක අන්තිම වෙලාවේ කළා වැඩක් නැහැ. තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි එහෙම කරාට. ක්වෙස්චන් එකක් කරගන්න බෑ. ඒකෙත් ක්වෙස්චන්ස් කරන්න ඕන ළමයි පේපර්ස් කරන්න ඕන පාස් පේපර්ස් ටික කරන්න ඕන. මේ ක්ලාස් එකට ඔයා හිතන්න එපා මේ මම ක්ලාස් එකකට එනවා සර් දවස් දෙකක් කරනවා මේ රිවිෂන් එකයි තියරි එකයි එතකොට හරි ඔක්කොම ඉකෝන් ෂේප් එහෙම වෙන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි. ක්ලාස් එකට ආවා කියලා ඔයාට මුකුත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. S එකක්වත් එන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි. ක්ලියර්ද? ආයෙ සමහර ළමයි හිතනවා ළමයි මේක කළානේ අපි හොඳට ඉගෙන අඩුවෙන්. සර්ට පුළුවන් ඉතින් සර් ඉතින් අවුරුදු ගණනක් ක්ලියර්ද? ඔයාට බෑනේ. එන්න ඔයාගේ ප්ලෑන් එකකට වැඩ කරන්න. නේද ළමයි? එහෙම නැතුව මුකුත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. අර නිකන් නම් හම්බ වෙන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි මුකුත්. ඒක හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න. ලංකාවේ ජෙනටිකලි පොඩ්ඩක් තියෙන ඔය ඇටිටියුඩ් එක. නිකන් හම්බ වෙයි. කවුරු හරි ගෙනල්ලා දෙයි. නේද ළමයි? අර අපි කියන්නේ අර සබ්සිඩි මෙන්ටැලිටි කියලා ළමයි. කවුරු හරි දෙයි ගවර්න්මන්ට් එක දෙයි ගවර්න්මන්ට් එක මේක කරයි. අම්මා තාත්තා කරයි. එම පොඩි බලන් ඉන්න ගතියක් තියෙනවා ළමයි අපේ. ඒක ළමයිටත් ජෙනටිකලි එනවා ළමයි. දැන් වෙන රටවල් වල එහෙම නැහැ. හරි ඉන්ඩිපෙන්ඩන්ට්. තේරෙනවද? නිකන් මුකුත් හම්බ වෙන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි. දැන් මට අවුරුදු 30ක් මට මුකුත් නිකන් කිසිම දෙයක් හම්බෙලා නැහැ ළමයි. නේද? මහන්සි වෙලා කරගන්න ඕනේ. අනිත් එක නිකන් හම්බෙන ඒවා වැඩකුත් නැහැ ළමයි. ක්ලියර්ද? ඒ හින්දා මේ මොකද්ද මේ අවසාන මේ මාස ටිකේ හොඳට වැඩ කරනවා. එතකොට අපි රිවිෂන් ක්ලාස් එක කරනවා. පොඩ්ඩක් වැඩ කරනවා. තව ක්ලාස් එකකටත් යනවා. එහෙම ගියාට හරියන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි. නැත්තම් මට මොන හරි පද්දුව කියනවා නේද ළමයි. මට අර අපල තියෙනවා නැති වෙනවා තව මාස දෙකකින් ඒවා එහෙම වෙන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි. මේ අද වැස්ස අමාරුයි. ඒ අද වැඩ කරන්නේ නැහැ වැස්ස. සමහරට මේ වගේ දවසක් ආයේ එන්නේ නැති වේවාට කවදාවත් නෝ. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? ඒ හින්දා වැඩ කරන්න ළමයි. ඔය රිසාල් සාමාන්‍ය අයිලන්ඩ් හොඳ රෑන්ක් එකකට ගිහපු කවුරුත් නිකන් ඉඳලා හම්බුනේව නෙවෙයි ළමයි. මිනිස්සු ගොඩාක් මහන්සි වුණා. ඈ දවල් නැතුව මහන්සි. ඒකෙන් කියන්නේ වෙන වැඩ කරන්න එපා කියලා. කරන්න. මේක කරන වෙලාවේ හරියට කරන්න. එච්චරයි. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? ඔය අයිලන්ඩ් 100න් 15 වගේ ඔය අයිලන්ඩ් ළමයි සාමාන්‍ය 90 අයිලන්ඩ් ළඟ කියන්නේ ගොඩක් මහන්සි වෙලා ළමයි. මහන්සිය ප්ලස් එයාගේ අර පොඩි ස්මාර්ට්නස් ගතියකුත් තියෙනවා. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? ඉතින් මේ මහන්සි වෙන්න. ඔයා ඒ ලෙවල් වලට හරියට කරගෙන බලන්න ළමයි අර ජීවිතෙත් ඔයාලට නිකන් මොකක් හරි ටාගට් එකක් ඇචීව් කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා ඔයාලට පොඩි ප්ලෑන් එකක් හදාගන්න පුළුවන්. මේම කරොත් තමයි මෙහෙම ටාගට් එකකට යන්න පුළුවන්. A level කරාම ගොඩක් දේවල් ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. A B එක නෙමෙයි මං කියන්නේ. මැනේජ් කරන විදිය, ටයිම් මැනේජ්මන්ට් දෙයක්. ඒකට මම කියන්නේ මේ පේපර් කරන එක මාර වටිනවා ළමයි. ක්ලියර්ද? මට ඔය අමාරුවට මම පේපර්ස් දාන්නේ නෑ ළමයි. දැන් මට මේ අද මේක මට කරන්න ඕනේ නෑ ළමයි. මට අර මොකද්ද ඩිෆිෂියන්සි පේමන්ට් එක ඉවර කරන්න තිබ්බා. එහෙම වැඩක් නෑ ළමයි. තියරි කරා කියලා එහෙම ලොකු ඉම්ප්‍රූව්මන්ට් එකක් එන්නේ නෑ ළමයින්ට. ඒකත් එක්ක පේපර් එකක් යන්න ඕනේ. කියන එක තේරෙනවද ළමයි? දිඩි බිඩි ගාලා එහෙම කරන් ගියාට වැඩක් නෑ ළමවට තේරෙන්නේ නැත්තම්. ඒ හින්දා පේපර්ස් කරන්න අයත්මි. පුළුවන් විදියට කරන්න. බැරි වුණාට කමක් නෑ පුතා. හරිද? මම බැරි වුණාට මුකුත් කියන්නේ නෑනේ. හැබැයි කලන්න නෑ කියන්නේ ඔයාලා කවදාවත් ඔයාගේ වීක් පොයින්ට් එක හොයාගන්නේ නෑ. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? ඕකේ. ඒ හින්දා කරන්න අනිවාර්යෙන් කරන්න පුළුවන් තරම් බලන්න ටයිම් තියලා කරන්න. 2 hours නම් 2 hours. ඊට වඩා ගන්න එපා. නෝට්ස් බලන්න එපා. හරියටම කරන්න. පස්සේ ඔයා නෝට් බලලා හරියට ලියන්න. මාත් ඩිස්කස් කරාට පස්සේ හැබැයි කරන වෙලාව එක හරියටම කරන්න. හරිද? ඕකේ. Next one. Right. It's about supply lamai. Yeah, simple lamai. Question number 4 part A. Question number 4 part A. Supply curve. It's very simple neda lamai. Here price axis, quantity axis, US. First one intercept is minus 10 lamai. Intercept is minus 10. Calculate minimum supply price. It would be 10. Okay, lamai. This is your supply curve. Very simple. This is supply curve for product X. Second one, supply curve for product Y. Price axis, quantity axis, 0. Here, intercept is plus 10. Okay, the lamai. Supply curve starts at plus 10 here. This is your supply curve. Here, lamai, minimum supply price is minus 10. Okay, the lamai. Right, this is the supply curve. Part B asking part B, what happens to PES when price increases? Here you should say lamai the product X has put elastic or inelastic demand. If a supply curve starts at with negative intercept, punara, does product have elastic or inelastic supply? Elastic. Good. Product X has elastic supply. And you should say lamai, when price increases, PES value keeps reducing lamai. මතකද මෙයාව? ඔයා මේක දිග උඩට යනකොට ළමයි දැන් මෙතන අපි කියමු මෙතන පොයින්ට් එකේ මම කැල් කරන්නේ නැහැ හොඳේ. ඔයාලට ඕන නම් කැල් කරන්න. මෙතන පොයින්ට් එකේ PS value එක අපි කියමු ළමයි ඉලාස්ටික් නේ. එතකොට more than 1. අපි කියමු මෙතන තියෙනවා 2.5 කියලා ළමයි. ඔයා තව ටිකක් උඩට ගියොත් මේකේ අපි කියමු point B වල වලත් PES ළමයි which is PES is more than 1 because elastic නේ ළමයි. හැබැයි මේකේ value එක ළමයි 2.5 වලට වඩා අඩුයි ළමයි. Clear ළමයි? When price increases, this means when you go up along the supply curve, PS value keeps reducing. It falls gradually. But remember, it does not fall below 1. Because if PS value below 1 is below 1, it means it inelastic. So remember, when price increases, PS value keeps reducing. 1.2.5, 1.5, next one it would be like 1.8, I don't know. Okay, the lamai. Gradually it falls. Okay, the lamai. Second point, here what happens? Product Y has inelastic supply. Inelastic supply. Here what happens, lamai? When price increases, what happens, lamai? When price increases, PES value keeps increasing, lamai. Keeps rising. What does it mean, lamai? If you go up along the supply curve, PES value starts to rise. Example, assume here, lamai, point A, at point A, PES value is 0.8. Okay, the lamai. At higher price, lamai, PS price would be, I can say, it's less than 1 because it's inelastic, but that inelastic value is less than 0.8, maybe 0.56 or something like that. Okay, the lamai. Make a PS value එක එන්න අඩු වෙනවා ළමයි. කියන එක තේරෙනවද? Keeps reducing. Here it keeps increasing. හැබැයි මේකේ අර මේ range එකේ විතරයි ළමයි decrease වෙන්නේ. Okay, up to 1. Here it increases up to 1. Okay, the lamai. It does not exceed 1. Clear bala? Sitma, you have not explained that part, right? Graphs, okay. Explain. Okay, good. Others, lamai? Sachini, Ayatmi, Remoni. You need more time, lamai? Lamai, do you need more time or shall we move on? No. Others, lamai? Done. Good. Next one, last part of the question. There is an inefficiency in resource allocation at every point except equilibrium level of output. Explain using a relevant diagram for mass. Yes, Salama is correct. Can you remember my allocative efficiency? Anyone? To achieve economic efficiency, two other conditions must be full. Allocative efficiency and productive efficiency. Allocative efficiency is, it's where scarce resources are allocated to produce what society needs. What is a condition for allocative efficiency? Allocative efficiency is achieved when? What's a condition, lamai? Allocative efficiency is achieved when MC equals MB. Marginal cost equals marginal benefits, lamai. And remember, lamai, when allocative efficiency is achieved, no overproduction, no underproduction at the market, lamai. Okay. Okay. You can use a diagram. Price axis, quantity axis 0, demand curve supply curve. So that is at this equilibrium point. This is equilibrium point. P1, Q1. Okay, the line. At equilibrium point. At equilibrium. At equilibrium. What happens, Lama? At equilibrium, marginal cost of production equals marginal benefits. But remember this demand curve shows marginal benefits. S curve shows marginal cost. At this point, both MC and MB intersect, it means equal. At equilibrium, marginal cost equal marginal benefits. And there is no overproduction or underproduction. No overproduction, no underproduction means my resource allocation is efficient. No underproduction. Here we can say resource allocation is efficient. Or we can say Lamai, allocative efficiency is achieved. Okay, the Lamai. Questions, you need to explain this part. Okay, the Lamai. Then question says Lamai, when market is in disequilibrium, Lamai, resource allocation is inefficient. Yes, Lamai. Why? Here I have talked about equilibrium. Then I'm going to talk about market which is in disequilibrium. Okay, the Lamai. Price, quantity, 0. Demand curve, supply. This is equilibrium, Lamai. P1, Q1. But Lamai, now assume this economy or this market produces not Q1 output level. They produces Q0. Q0, which is less than equilibrium level of output, Lamai. At Q0 output level, Lamai, this is marginal cost value. Assume marginal cost is 10, marginal benefit 20. Which means Lamai, marginal cost and marginal benefit are not equal. Not equal, Lamai. Here there is underproduction. Underproduction. There is an underproduction. Okay, the Lamai. Underproduction. If you want, you can explain. You can say Lamai. When marginal benefit exceeds marginal cost, okay, the Lamai, there is an underproduction. Causing resource allocation to be inefficient, Lamai. Okay, the Lamai. Then you can use another diagram, or you can show the both underproduction, overproduction on one diagram, Lamai. No issue. I'll draw a separate one for your easiness. Demand curve, supply curve, P1, Q1. Okay, the Lamai. This is the equilibrium point. Now, Lamai, assume this economy produces an output level which is more than equilibrium level of output. This is the current output level. Assume it's Q2. Okay, the Lamai. At Q2 lama, you can see marginal benefit maybe 10, marginal cost is greater than marginal benefit assuming 5. Okay, the lama. Here there is an overproduction. Overproduction. Okay, the lama. Then you can say when marginal cost is greater than marginal it's there is an overproduction. Overproduction causing resource allocation to be inefficient. ඕකේද ළමයි? පුතා මේ inefficiency එකට තමයි අපි dead weight loss කියන්නේ. මෙන්න මේකට තමයි ඔය දැන් ඔය මෙතන තියෙන under production එකක්නේ. මේ under production අපි කියන මෙතන තියෙන්නේ මොකද්ද? ඔව් under production එක. under production මෙන්න මෙතන උඩින් තියෙන triangle එක තියෙනවනේ මෙතන. මෙන්න මේකට තමයි dead weight loss කියන්නේ. Dead weight loss shows the inefficient allocation of resources. මේක තමයි dead weight loss. මේකේ dead weight loss එක කියලා ගන්න මෙන්න මෙයා. අර question number 13 එකේ අහන්නේ dead weight loss. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙන්න මෙතන triangle එකේ area එක තමයි එන්නේ ළමයි. Dead weight loss shows the value of, or we can say the size of misallocation of resources ළමයි. Clear ද ළමයි? Any issue? Sigma? No. Punara? Right. Then second question is over ළමයි. Whatever is third question, third part ළමයි. I think no one has answered. Other parts are okay. Pressed one answer of your answers okay. Punara, in second question, third one, second part, I think last part is some producers, no, consumer surplus okay, producer surplus and economic social welfare loss is wrong. And give a try again. Sitma's answer is correct for this QD, this demand and supply 12 mark question. Perfect. Nothing wrong. And what about third one, Lamai? Why did you answer? Explain the whether following statements are true or false. Then 4 marks for both points is Lamai, 1 mark, sorry, 2 marks each. Ne? So 1 mark is given for, like, you should say whether it's correct or wrong. Other one is the explanation part. If first one, if demand and supply are price elastic, cost to the government of introducing guaranteed minimum price for a commodity above the free market equilibrium price will be greatest. What does it mean, Lamai? Government has to bear a higher cost on guaranteed price or minimum price or guaranteed price or price supporting policy if elasticity, sorry, the demand and supply are more price elastic. Which one, Puta? Premoni? Which question did you answer? Are you talking about last one? Last one. Yeah, your answer correct, Lamai. Consumer surplus, producer surplus, but you have not completed other part. I mean, rest of the part of this demand and supply question. Sorry, false and true part, right? This is false. This okay. I'll explain this part. No need to explain this much. Right. Listen, Lamai. It's a good question, right? Uh, right. Imposing a guaranteed price. Lamai, up to now you have learned only uh, purchasing excess supply method. Look at the board, Lamai. No need graph for this explanation. Price axis, quantity axis, 0. This elastic demand curve, this is elastic supply curve. May balana lamai? This is original equilibrium price and quantity. Okay, the lamai. P1 and Q1. Now government thinks that prevailing equilibrium price is not enough for producers and sets a higher price, P2. This is guaranteed price or minimum guaranteed price. Now what happens, Lamai? At price P2, Lamai, sigma, what happens to quantity supplied? Sigma, increase or decrease? Increase. Punara, what about quantity demand, Lamai? Remoni, soon after government sets P2 price, what happens to quantity demand in the market? Decreases, Lamai. Then this causes an excess supply. Excess supply. Okay, the Lamai. Then government needs to buy this excess supply. Then government has a cost. Puta, here, if there is a, huge excess supply, okay, the Lamai, the higher excess supply, government has to spend more. If excess supply is low, government cost is low. Okay, the Lamai. Puta, if price, both demand and supply are elastic. Look at the board. Assume, Lamai, here price is 100 equilibrium. Equilibrium price is 100. Now the minimum, guaranteed price is 110 rupees. What does it mean, Lama? Equilibrium, the price has increased by 10%. Price has increased by 10%. Assume, Lama, quantity demand and quantity supply. Both are elastic, Lama. Elastic means more than one. Okay, the Lama. Assume here PED value is, just imagine it's 2.5 minus 2.5. PS value is 1.5. Just imagine, Lama, I'm explaining the point, right? Sigma, if price increases by 10%, QD falls, Lama, by the elasticity value 2.5. 2.5 mean, Lama, 10 into 2.5. 25%. Demand falls by 25%. Remoni, what happens to supply? When price increases, Punara, supply. When price increases, does supply increase or decrease, Puta? Increase ne lamai. At which, what is the PS value? 1.5. It means 10% into 1.5. How much the rate? 15%. මේ බලන්න ළමයි. ඩිමාන්ඩ් එක ඩික්‍රීස් වෙනවා 25% වලින් මෙහෙට එනවා. සප්ලයි එක ඉන්ක්‍රීස් වෙනවා 15 වලින්. එතකොට මෙතන ගැප් එක මොකද වෙන්නේ ළමයි? It makes a wider gap. If both PD and PS are elastic lamai, okay, it creates a wider gap because here quantity supply increases by higher percentage, quantity demand falls by greater percentage. 2. Then finally lamai, this gap becomes, it makes a wider gap here. Okay, the lamai. Wider gap mean lamai more excess supply. More excess supply mean government costing. Did you get the point, Sitma? Okay. දැන් මෙතන ළමයි ඉන්ඉලාස්ටික් නම් දෙකම ඉන්ඉලාස්ටික් නම් ළමයි මෙතන සප්ලයි එක ඉන්ක්‍රීස් වෙන්නේ පොඩ්ඩකින් ඩිමාන්ඩ් එක ඩික්‍රීස් වෙන්නේ පොඩි පර්සන්ටේජ් එකකින්. එතකොට මෙතන එක්සස් සප්ලයි එකක් එනවා හැබැයි පොඩි ගාණක් එනවා. එතකොට ගවර්න්මන්ට් එකට පොඩි කොස්ට් එකක් එනවා. සප්ලයි මේ දෙකම ඉලාස්ටික් කියන්නේ මෙතන ගැප් එක ගොඩක් වැඩි ළමයි. මම කියන එක ක්ලියර් ඇති ඔයාලට. ඉතින් ඕක තමයි ඕක අර ඉන් ෂෝට් ඕක එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්න ළමයි. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? Here you can say when both PD and PS values are elastic, it creates a greater excess supply. Okay, so greater excess supply in the market after setting a minimum or guaranteed price. More excess supply means the government has to bear a higher cost on purchasing excess supply. Any doubt ළමයි? Okay, තමයි explain ගොඩක් explain කරන්න එපා මොකද explanation is given 1 mark. Okay the ළමයි. I'll repeat. When PD and PS are elastic, okay the ළමයි. It makes a wider gap between demand and supply. Causing excess supply to increase. It means lamai government has to buy more excess supply means lamai government cost increase. Okay the lamai, this is the answer. You can make your own answer. No need to explain. If you want this workings lamai, write it down, but in your answer script, no need to explain. It's a good question lamai. To be honest lamai, is a past paper question lamai, right? I got from 2018 MCQ question, 2018 or 19. But good question lamai. Last one is simple lamai. Actually nothing to explain. Last question part B. It's false lamai. Not correct. When a price ceiling is imposed in a market, persistent surplus will occur. Sitma, do you agree? Remoni? When a price ceiling means maximum price lamai. When maximum price is imposed in a market, a persistent surplus will occur. No lamai. Surplus the lamai. No, shortage of goods. This is wrong. If a price ceiling is imposed in a market, persistent means continuous surplus will occur. No, the continuous shortage of goods will occur. You can say statement is wrong because imposing a price ceiling or maximum price causes excess demand or shortage of goods as demand is increased while supply is decreased by maximum price. ඔය ටික වඩා ඇති ළමයි 4 marks. Clear ද ළමයි? ළමයි, are you okay? Okay, good. sorry මේ රෙමෝනි නෙමෙයි. පුනාරාය පොඩ්ඩක් මේ question එක කරන්න මේ මම බලන්න අය පේපර් එක මේ මාක්ස් මාක් කරලා එවන්නම්. කොහෙද අවුල කියලා මම එහෙම බැලුවේ නෑ නිකන් මම බැලුවේ. මෙතන 5 marks ඉතුරු ටික හරි. 4 marks 3 marks okay. Consumer surplus also okay. Producer surplus and social welfare, I think something wrong. But I'm not going to discuss first question. I'll send a video explaining this press question, answer for press question, because I did same question for 2027 batch number. Or do you want me to explain? Not now. කියන්න ළමයි සර් ඔය වීඩියෝ එක නම් බැලෙන්නේ නැහැ සර් පොඩ්ඩක් සර් ටයිම් එක අරගෙන එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්නද නැත්නම් වීඩියෝ එක බලනවද මොකද කරන්නේ කියන්න ළමයි ඉක්මනට කියන්න මොකද්ද කරන්නේ ටෙස්ට් එක මම එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්නද වීඩියෝ එක බලනවද මම ලින්ක් එක දාන්න recordings I guess recordings can you explain okay others ළමයි tell me ළමයි hurry up do you want me to explain that yeah it is your choice explain or explain okay others recording is fine good Sigma agrees with recording what about others Punara recording is right you can watch recordings lamai next week sorry next day I'll be taking 20 minutes okay and next briefly explain answers for this question right if you want more detailed answers you can watch recordings now you can yes answer these are not much difficult question Sitma had not answers third one why Sitma or Punara I can't remember Sitma I saw you had an answer for third one right third one pressed one third part
First.
I think no no right okay that's enough today lamai see you on Saturday with last part of what's that last part of guaranteed price second part deficiency payment system okay the lamai I hope everyone to join on Saturday okay the lamai because that part is bit hard you can watch recording but it's not effective lamai it's better to join us you can do something lamai calculation and all okay the lamai you can realize your mistakes right and lamai Sunday I'll be doing some questions like like a overall some questions covering all parts demand supply equilibrium and all next week lamai and next week mean not this week next week lamai I'll be starting money and banking okay tutes will be given by tomorrow I'll send the tute to the group you can get printouts lamai okay right that's enough today keep working lamai okay, everyone has a great future keep working if you have any doubt lamai let me know at any no issue no doesn't matter whether it's night or morning or I will help you as I can okay the lamai right that's enough today lamai thank you for coming good night see you on Saturday good night bye 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 good night